Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Shraddha's Physics. Today we will start definite integrals. This is the first part. In the previous classes that we have already discussed the Cauchy's residue theorem. In this Cauchy's residue theorem, it will help in the determination of the residue of the function to provide a powerful method for the evaluation of the definite integral. So, what is the definite integral? There are two types of integral. When the limiting value is not given for any function, if you want to calculate some f of z dz over suppose any indefinite means no limiting value is given, then this is called indefinite integral. And the definite means when the limiting value of the integration is given, suppose this is from minus pi to plus pi f of z dz, it is given. So, this is the definite integral. When the limiting value of the integration is given, then that will be called the definite integral. When the limiting value of an integration is not given, then this is called the indefinite integral. So, this is the basic difference. So, in Cauchy's residue theorem, we have already discussed some methods of determination of the residue of a function which help in the evaluation of the many definite integrals. Okay. Now, we will focus on calculating the definite integrals in a relatively simpler way. So, I have divided this into basically three types. So, today we will see the type 1, the first type we will see. So, in this first type, we will discuss about the integration around the unit circle. So, let us start with this that is this is your type 1 integration around the unit circle. Suppose the integration I equal to, it is given that this is suppose over the integration 0 to 2 pi, you have to integrate for the function, any function, this is f of cos theta and sin theta, this is the function of cosine theta and sin theta into d theta. Here I am considering for the integration around the unit circle. Unit circle means the radius should be equal to 1, that is mod z equal to 1. So, that we can call this as a unit circle. Now, let us see how we can simplify this equation. So, in this case, we have to consider suppose exponential I theta equal to z. Okay. So, that dz will be equal to, you can see if I will differentiate with respect to theta, this will become iota exponential I theta into d theta. Okay. Or this can be written as, this will be equal to iota exponential I theta is your z. So, this will be iota z into d theta. This is the value of dz. Hence, we can write the d theta value will be equal to dz divided by iz. Is this clear? This is suppose first equation 1. Here I want to convert this theta part into the z term. So, the first term d theta is being solved by equation 1, that is d theta equal to dz by iz. Now, you can see here the function is cosine theta and sin theta. Whatever may be the function, it may be cos theta plus sin theta or a plus b cos theta, whatever may be it in the form. Suppose this is cos theta. Now, I have to split this cosine theta in terms of z. So, this cosine theta we know in terms of exponential, we can write cos theta equal to exponential I theta plus exponential minus I theta divided by 2. This is your cosine theta, you know this. Now, if I will put exponential I theta equal to z, because you can see here I have already taken this exponential I theta equal to z. So, that this will be equal to z plus exponential minus iota theta can be written as 1 by exponential I theta. So, this will be 1 by z divided by 2, which will be equal to z square plus 1 divided by 2, and again this is your z. So, this can be written as, this will be 2 into z. By solving this, we will get z square plus 1 divided by 2z. This is the value for cosine theta, or simply I am writing here cosine theta will be equal to z square plus 1 divided by 2z. I will show you in an example how this will help you. Now, since the function is the combination of cosine theta and sin theta. So, let me solve for the sin theta. This will be equal to again exponential I theta minus exponential minus I theta divided by 2I. Again this will be equal to z, exponential I theta is z, minus exponential minus I theta means this will be 1 by z divided by 2 into iota. Is this clear? Now this will be equal to z square minus 1 divided by 2 into iota into z. This is the value of sin theta. So here in place of sin theta I can write, so that implies sin theta will be equal to z square minus 1 divided by 2 into iota into z. So this will also help you in solving some examples. Now you can see that the function which is in the form of cosine theta and sin theta, I have already converted this in the form of z, and this d theta, this is in the equation 1, this will be equal to dz by ij. So just try to remember cosine theta equal to z square plus 1 divided by 2z and sin theta equal to z square minus 1 divided by 2iz. Okay. So let me put this in this integration, so that this iota will be equal to, we can put this the integration over the closed contour C. Now we can write, and this function I am changing this small f to the capital F, because the theta now converted in the form of z. So this will be, in place of cosine theta I can write, this will be z square plus 1 divided by 2z, and in place of sin theta I can write here, this will be z square minus 1 divided by 2 iota into z, and in place of d theta what I will write, dz divided by iz. So this will be dz divided by iota into z. Otherwise this total is the function of z. I can write this as, this will be integration over the closed contour C f of z into dz, this total f of z square plus 1 divided by 2z and z square minus 1 divided by 2iz, and this divided by z, I am taking this whole term as a function of some f of z into dz, and this 1 by I comes here in the form of minus iota. I think you must know that is multiplying iota in denominator and numerator. So this will be I square will be minus 1, so this will be the minus iota. And again from the Cauchy's residue theorem, we know this will be minus iota remain as it is, and in place of f of z dz I can put 2 pi I into the sum of the residue. Suppose r k, the subscript I am writing here for k, or j you may write. So this is for the summation over k. Now multiplying this I into I, this will be minus 1, again this minus 1, this will be plus 1, that will be equal to 2 pi sum over the residues, that is rk, suppose I am writing here, this will be, the integration will be equal to I equal to 2 pi into the sum over the residue. This is the general method how to solve the integration if the function is in the form of the trigonometry function, so that you can solve in this way. So let us take an example. Just try to remember cosine theta equal to z square plus 1 divided by 2z, and sin theta will be equal to z square minus 1 divided by 2iz, and this d theta will be equal to dz by ij. Otherwise this will take your time to solve this, otherwise just try to remember these things so that you can solve the integration quickly. So the first question is the integration over, suppose I am writing here this I equal to the integration over 0 to 2 pi d theta divided by a plus b sin theta. Okay, this is a plus b sin theta. So you have to solve this integration, and the condition is that a should be greater than modulus of b. Now from this equation, this much is clear to you that we are going to find this for the complete, that is the unit circle, that is it varies from 0 to 2 pi. So this angle is 0 to 360 degree. So this is for unit circle. And again you can see this is the presence of sin theta. In place of this sin theta you have to substitute z square minus 1 divided by 2i and z, and in place of d theta you have to write d theta will be equal to dz divided by iota into z. So now this integration will be equal to, I will be equal to the integration over the closed contour C. This d theta will be equal to dz divided by iota z into a plus b. In place of sin theta I have to write z square minus 1 divided by 2iz. Okay. Now I have to solve this equation. Now one thing it is clear that this total integration 1 by this much, this is the function of z into dz. This is in the form f of z into dz. Now we will solve this f of z first, that after we will try to solve the integration. So let me write the function. This is my equation number 1 suppose. So this f of z will be equal to 1 divided by iota z, this value a plus b, this will be a plus b into z square minus 1 divided by 2 into iota into z, bracket close. Now solving this equation, what we will get? This 2 iota z here. If I will multiply this 2iz in a, so this will first becomes 1 divided by iota z into 2a I z plus b z square minus b divided by 2 into iota into z. Now you can see that we can cancel iz with iz. So this will be equal to 2 divided by b z square plus, I am writing the highest power of z first, then plus 2a iota z minus b. This is in the form of the quadratic equation. This bz square plus 2aij minus b, this is in the form of the quadratic equation. Now this much is confirmed that this is the function of f of z. Here I am writing as this much. So if I will put this bz square plus 2aij minus b equal to 0, then we can calculate the poles of f of z. So to calculate the poles of f of z, let us put this equation to be 0. So bz square plus 2aij minus b equal to 0. So since this is the quadratic equation, so there will be two roots. So the first root will be, so z1 will be equal to minus b. If you know, let me write the quadratic equation. Suppose this is in the form of ax square. Suppose this is ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. This is the quadratic equation. Then x will be equal to minus b plus or minus b square minus 4ac whole root over divided by 12. So you have to solve the equation like this, if this is the quadratic equation. So now let me solve for this. So this will be equal to z1 equal to minus 2ai plus or minus, I am writing directly, plus suppose 2ai whole square again minus 4ac. So this will be minus 4b into minus b. So this will becomes plus 4b square, again the whole root over divided by 2a. So 2a means this will be 2 into b. Up to this much is clear. So now this will be equal to, if I will cancel, no, let me take the common first. This will be minus 2ai plus, if I will take common, 2 square is 4. Here is also 4 is present. So the root over 4 is 2. If I'll take I common, so this will be 2 into iota term I am taking common here. So this will becomes the root over of a square minus b square. Can I write like this? Because if I will take this iota here, then this will be I square will be minus 1. So this is the presence of I square is here. Now this I square is minus 1, minus 1 becomes plus 1. So this plus 1 is present here. So this will be divided by 2b, 2 into b. If I will cancel 2i, first take common 2i. So this will be equal to minus a plus the root over of a square minus b square divided by 2 into b. So the 2 get cancelled. Now the remaining term will be z1 will be equal to iota into minus a plus the root over of a square minus b square divided by b. And simply you can see that this is for the z1, and simply you can see that this z2 will be nothing but here you have to just put plus or minus sign for the two different roots. So the z2 will be equal to this iota will be here minus a, this plus becomes here minus the root over of a square minus b square divided by b. Clear? So these are the two roots. So up to this much what we have calculated, the integration. The first step is we have converted the integration that is in the form of theta to the z component, and after that we have calculated for the poles here this function of z, capital F of z. Here from that we have calculated for the pole. So here we have get the z1 and z2. These are the singular point, we can say these are the two singular points we have calculated. So why we are calculating this z1 and z2? Now we have to check whether this z1 or z2 or the both they lie inside their circle or any of it lies outside the circle. Are you getting my point? If any one of it z1 or z2, if it lies outside that closed contour C, then for that condition the integration limit, the integration value will goes to 0. So I don't have to calculate that. So I have to calculate the integration value for which the z1 will lies inside that contour. So up to this much we have calculated z1 equal to iota minus whole into minus a plus a square minus b square root over divided b, and z2 equal to iota minus a square minus b square root over divided by b. So let me write this here again. Z1 is equal to iota whole into minus a plus root over of a square minus b square divided by 2 into b. This is the first root, and the second root is z2 equal to, here I am writing z2 is equal to iota, again this iota minus a minus the root over of a square minus b square divided by 2 into b. Okay. Now let us calculate z1 into z2. So this z1 into z2 will be equal to, you can see here this iota into iota will becomes minus 1 into, if you can see this upper term minus a plus a square minus b square root over and minus a minus a square minus b square root over, this is in the form of x plus y into x minus y. So this will be equal to, here I am writing, this is suppose in the form of x plus y into x minus y form, that will be equal to x square minus y square. So let me write these things here. So this will be minus 1 into minus a square will be like a square and minus of this a square minus b square root over, and a square minus b square root over will becomes, this will be a square minus b square, because the root over of this is a square minus b square, and this whole divided by 2b into 2b, that will be, since we have cancelled this 2 term, so here there is no 2 term is present, so this will be b square. Okay, so just try to correct this. The no 2 is present here because we have cancelled this 2 here, so we can check this is only b because we have cancelled the 2 terms. Now this a square minus a square get cancelled, and again minus of minus becomes plus b square, so this will be minus 1 into plus b square divided by b square, and this will be equal to 1. That implies z1 into z2 will be equal to minus 1. Clear? So now let us calculate for modulus of z1 into z2. The modulus of z1 into z2 will be equal to the individual modulus, that is z1 modulus into z2 modulus, that will be equal to the modulus of minus 1 will be plus 1. Now let us calculate for the mod z1. This mod z1 will be equal to the root over of a square minus b square minus a divided by b, because I square will be minus 1 and minus I into minus I, this will be plus 1. So the mod z will be equal to, you can see here the value of z1 is iota minus a plus a square minus b square root over divided by b. So here in place of iota, so we can write iota into minus iota, so that will goes to 1, and this is the modulus of this much. Okay, so let us multiply and divide some term. So this is the, let me write the first term, a square minus b square root over minus a divided by b into, now here we have to multiply and divide by the same term, that is a square minus b square root over plus a divided by the root over of a square minus b square plus a, and this is the whole modulus. Now if we will multiply this a square minus b square root over minus a with this term, so this will be equal to, this is again in the form of x minus y into x plus y, so this will be a square minus y square form. So here we can write this will be a square minus b square minus a square, so this a square will get cancelled, this will be minus b square divided by b into a square minus b square root over a square minus b square root over plus a, and whole modulus. Clear? So here you can see that 1b will get cancelled with this b square, 1b square term, so this will be the minus 1 modulus is again 1, that will be b divided by the root over of a square minus b square plus a. This is the modulus of this much. Why we are calculating this much? Let me tell you again. We are going to check now whether this point lies within the circle or not. We have the condition that this a will be greater than modulus of b. That implies we can write this as 1 will be greater than mod b divided by a, or this mod b by a will be less than 1. We can say that. It means that definitely this term is less than 1. From this condition we can see that this term is definitely less than 1. So here this mod z1 is less than 1, and from this condition z1 and z2 is equal to, the z1 z2 mod is 1, we know the modulus of z1 into z2, z1 modulus into z2 modulus equal to 1. Since 1 is lesser than 1, then definitely the other one will be what? Greater than 1. So mod z2 will be greater than 1. It means that this will lies outside the circle. Greater than 1 means this will lies outside that unit circle. Here we are considering for the unit circle. So here the z2 value will be larger than 1. So now we have concluded that this z1 point will lie inside the circle C. Now this integration that we are going to calculate, that will be equal to the integration over the closed contour C, f of z dz. We are going to calculate this f of z dz, and which is equal to 2 pi I into the residue for the first one, because the mod z2 will lie out, z2 is outside the C, z1 lies inside the C. These are the singular points. So for that z1 our residue will be r1, or here I am writing here r1 is equal to the residue of the function f of z, the function f of z at the point z1. Clear? So this will be equal to limit, this is the pole of order 1, so this will be limit z tends to z1 into z minus z1 into f of z. This is the procedure to calculate the residue of the function. So that will be equal to limit z tends to z1, again this z minus z1 in place of f of z, what we will put? Here we have already calculated this f of z equal to 2 divided by this much. This is suppose your equation number 2. This is suppose equation number 2. So let me put here in place of f of z, I will put 2 divided by bz square plus 2aiz minus b. So this will be into 2 divided by bz square plus 2aiz minus b. Okay. Since this is in the form of fraction, so we have to use that formula, that will be limit z tends to z1. So I have to take the derivative of the first term, that is the denominator term, then I have to take the derivative of the numerator term. So this will be 2 into d by dz of, I am writing here z minus z1, again divided by d by dz of this total bz square plus 2aiz minus b. Okay. So let us take the derivative, that will be limit z tends to z1, this will be 2 into d by dz of z is 1 divided by, and dz minus of dz1 by dz goes to 0, divided by, this will be 2bz plus for this 2ai. So this will be equal to limit z tends to z1, if I will cancel 2 from the denominator and numerator, this will be 1 divided by bz plus a into I or I. If we will put the limit, then this will be limit, this will be equal to 1 divided by bz1 plus a into I. Again we have to put the value of z1. The value of z1 is here, that is iota into minus a plus a square minus b square root over by b. So this will be equal to 1 divided by b into the value of z1 is iota into minus a plus the root over of a square minus b square divided by b, again plus this ai. So if I will solve this, you can see that if I will multiply this b here, this will be bai, so that this total b term get cancelled, and again here this will, the remaining term will, let me cancel this b term. So just don't try to multiply, this b term get cancelled, this will be 1 divided by this minus ai plus ai get cancelled. So this will be iota will get multiplied here, 1 divided by iota into the root over of a square minus b square. Okay. So from this expression here, iota equal to f of z dz equal to 2 pi I r1. So this r1 value is here 1 divided by iota into a square minus b square root over. So let me give some equation number. This is suppose equation number 3. So if I will put this equation here, So this will be equal to iota will be equal to, here I am writing it, the value of the integration I will be equal to 2 pi I into the value of r1 is 1 divided by iota into a square minus b square root over. Okay. So if I will cancel this iota term, so this will be equal to 2 pi divided by the root over of a square minus b square. Clear? So the final conclusion that we reach that iota will be equal to the integration I equal to the integration over 0 to 2 pi d theta divided by a plus b sin theta, where this a will be greater than the modulus of b. The value of this equal to 2 pi divided by the root over of a square minus b square. Okay. So where this will help, if the integration value is given, suppose the integration is given I equal to 0 to 2 pi d theta divided by a should be greater than, so suppose I am writing 5 plus 2 sin theta, here I am writing in this way. So directly if you can remember this I equal to this much, that is d theta divided by a plus b sin theta, over the unit circle the value is 2 pi by a square minus b square root over, then directly you can put the value that is equal to 2 pi divided by 5 square is 25 minus 2 square is 4, so this will be 25 minus 4, that will be 21 root over. Okay. So this is all for today. Thank you all. Jai Jagannath.